Are you an optimist or a pessimist? There is an excellent quote that sums up the difference between optimism and pessimism. That's the one by Winston Churchill. A pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity. An optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. Optimism and pessimism are a combination of attitude, perception, and overall approach to life circumstances. Do you believe you are an optimist or a pessimist? Can you be both? Is one better than the other? The general opinion is that optimism is better because optimistic people seem to be happier no matter what comes their way. However, one could also argue that pessimism has some perks too. Let's take a look at each trait in more detail. Optimistic people. The glass is always half full for these people. No matter the situation, they will always find something good. Problems aren't even really problems in a sense. They just sort of think of problems as obstacles they have to overcome, or a stepping stone to something greater. Their attitude shines through to those around them, and they are easy to be around. In fact, people are more likely to be attracted to optimistic personality because of their happiness and demeanour. Self-confidence is also a striking trait optimistic people portray. Instead of dodging problems, they tend to go head-on and face whatever is coming their way. They also seem to rely on faith and perseverance in difficult situations. Even if they've been thrown a curveball, they will find the positive. Optimistic people focus more on solutions than the problem itself. Slow to be disappointed, they will reframe opposition and look at it as a lesson learned. Here's an example. Optimistic Olivia has just applied for a position within her place of current employment, offering a substantial raise and a fancy title. She might even score a parking space closer to the building entrance. She's got all her ducks in a row and has practiced potential interview questions in front of the mirror. She's confident when she walks into the interview and afterwards feels good about how it went. When she gets the news that the position went to another person in her office with lesser qualifications, she doesn't let it upset her. Instead, optimistic Olivia shifts her thoughts and disappointment and believes there is something even better waiting for her. In the meantime, she still goes above and beyond at work and keeps a positive attitude towards everyone, even the person who beat her out of the position. Pessimistic people. These are the glass is always half empty kind of folks, and it's probably contaminated water anyway. The future is going to be a disappointment, so why even look forward to it? They find it hard to get their hopes up about something because it's never going to turn out in their favour, so they just prepare themselves for the worst. That way, it's not so devastating. Pessimistic people seem to display regret and use words expressing finality, like all, nothing, everything, and always, to describe their situations. They have an uncanny ability to find fault wherever they look, and it's usually someone else's fault for their unhappiness. Living in self-pity is a trait of theirs, and they have a tendency to give up easily. Problems can easily be seen as catastrophic events, and they will frequently display hateful and discouraging behaviour to those around them, especially optimistic people. It's almost as if they find a secret joy in destroying happiness, theirs and others. Here's an example. Pessimistic Patty is applying for the same job as optimistic Olivia. She doesn't think she will get it because she feels her co-workers don't like her. She doesn't prepare for the interview because she won't get it anyway, and this in turn makes her very nervous and self-conscious. Lo and behold, she gets the job, but she doesn't find any joy in hearing the news. Instead, she believes her co-workers are going to really hate her even worse, and now she will have much more responsibility. Pessimistic Patty's focus turns to concern. What if she is fired when they realise she can't handle the new job duties? She starts to regret even applying. Which one are you? Do you find yourself thinking negatively or positively? If you can turn any situation around and find the good, you're probably an optimistic person. Likewise, if anything and everything has a negative connotation, you might just be pessimistic. The good news is, both optimism and pessimism are choices we make. Which one do you think you are right now? Is it the one you would like to be?